Hello guys, and welcome to another day with Zimaleta. My name is Serge, and in today's video I would like to talk to you guys about how I plan to sell car parts, used car parts on eBay. I do own 34 cars, and some of the cars that I bought for fix and flip, so I talked about that in the last video, just a little introductory to it because I got a lot of work to do to try to basically work from home and be able to make money. Ultimately it's been a challenge and a ride, to say the least, to be able to get ready to actually have an opportunity to make money from home, because I did not come from wealth. I did not have nothing handed to me. I worked very hard for everything that I've gotten. So just to get to this point, I did a lot of work. I bought my own house for cash and commercial zone property next door, just doing like regular jobs, but just like working a lot. And my plan was always to build a garage next door on my commercial zone property and be able to work on cars, make money that way, kind of like as a mechanic, buy, fix and flip cars, and also try to save money by using car parts from other cars that I would buy, so that I don't have to invest as much money into those cars. As you realize in the last video that I talked to you guys, when I counted how much money I was spending on getting the cars fixed, when all said and done, I was realizing that there was nothing to gain, because the cars, when they're salvage and you buy them for that price, it's actually cost sometimes more to fix than the car's worth if you pay somebody to fix it. And if you do it yourself, now you're losing time that you could be gaining somewhere else, while you save money by not paying somebody to do it. When you end up selling the car, you make little to no profit. Sometimes you end up breaking even. So it is a really challenging thing to overcome and be able to figure out. This is why all of this time, like, my wife would be like telling me like, hey, why don't you just fix some of these cars and sell them? And I keep telling them, like, look, this is how long it's gonna take to fix this car. This is the parts I got invested. This is how much I paid for the car. This is the registration, and this is the towing I had to pay, and this is the paint I had to get for it. This is the time I have in it. And I told her, like, I'm breaking even. The only way it was making sense for me is if I bought a car like that, fixed it myself, and used it for myself, to be able to basically then save money by not having a car payment and just using a car, just putting some miles on it, and then ultimately that car becomes more valuable. And that's what I started doing. And the way I started doing things is by buying these cars and then using them for Lyft. I started using it with a Nissan Altima at first. The Nissan Altima that I got had 45,000 miles on it, 2013. I got it in 2019, and right before the pandemic started, and I tried to sell it, and people were like lowballing me. They wanted to pay me like $5,000 for a car that was blue book value $13,000. Sure, being that it's a salvage car, I didn't buy it smashed. I actually bought it like fixed. It looked beautiful. It just had some transmission issues, which I've resolved. So I figured, look, the car cost me, I think, $4,500 at a car auction, which I thought was a great deal. That's with everything, that I paid for it. I didn't have to tow it because I was able to still drive it home. But later on, you probably seen those videos where I showed you how to repair the transmission. So yeah, I'm not gonna take $5,000 for it, obviously. So what I end up doing instead, just using it for Lyft and Uber, and I just keep driving and using that car. And I was like hustling. Like, I was working 60 to 80 hours a week and making $1,500 to $2,300 a week. And that's gross revenue, and of course you got to take your fuel out of it. And then additionally, I kept track of the mileage, and I would write off my mileage at the end of the year. Well, now that car has I think like 119,000 miles, and a head gasket blew on it, so I gotta fix that car and then sell it or use it, one of the two. But right now I'm driving a Range Rover, and I talked about that before. And after the Nissan Altima, when I had gasket blue, I got myself a BMW 535i, and that was a really lovely car. Put 70,000 miles on it, and then somebody ran into me, and then the car was totaled. So it was a 2010, but I was able to get $4,500 for that car. That's all they paid me, because it ended up having 270,000 miles when the accident happened. So clean title car, but insurance salvaged it because I got hit on the quarter panel. It was a fixable damage, but it's all aluminum, and it would be a challenge to fix it, and just not even worth it, because by the time you fix it, the car's not even worth that much. But I really enjoyed that car, I really loved it, so I bought myself another BMW X5 to replace it, and of course a Range Rover for that money. So BMW X5, spent $1,500 on it, and clean title, just bunch of codes, transmission problems, and four-wheel drive system problems, and of course buying a Range Rover for $2,500, and that's all it cost me, like all in for those cars. So I was able to buy two cars for $4,000 basically, with all the taxes and fees. So I think that's a pretty good deal. And yeah, naturally this is what I worked on, and this is a replacement for the car that I lost, and BMW and my Nissan Altima, which sits broken right now in the yard, and I gotta find time to fix it. But you know, when you're making enough money from driving, you look at this whole picture and you're like thinking like, well, it's not even worth for me to work on these cars, because at the end of the day, it's easier to just drive and make money versus basically fixing cars and then flipping it. But the advantage to fixing it yourself, like, once I get the ball rolling, I will get smarter and then get better cars. So in other advantages, I'm saving money by buying cars. Well, I don't have it for every single situation. Like, there's certain cars that I don't have to use the parts off of, you know, especially the cars I have now. But the idea is to buy similar cars and using parts of those cars to fix the other cars. So that is still yet to come, right? It's just not always the case, doesn't always happen. So the idea is buy two cars, make one car out of it, and then basically sell that car, while then getting another car similar to that would use different parts of that car, and then fix it and flip it. And whatever's remaining from that car, just put them on eBay, you know. And basically the idea was born, why not just do everything on eBay? I can't lose money that way. I could just buy these salvage cars, just completely part them out and put them on eBay. So idea was born, and I'm thinking, okay, I just keep on buying cars. So that's what I've been doing all this time, so I could launch my eBay parts business, which would then help fund all of my projects, because a lot of them are hobbies, a lot of them are videos, but ultimately I still need to make money, even though they're my hobbies, right? But I think once this parts business gets launched, that could be income that's going to be coming in, because you need cash flow in order to have these things happen. So with that being said, got 34 cars now, and I'm closer than ever to basically putting a little bit more work into that business and start making money. But there's still a lot to be done. But with that being said, guys, I was making six figures on with my driving every year. So, you know, but I'm gonna try to, you know, only do it like on the weekends, or just do it like sometimes, like when I want to, but not all the time. But anyways, guys, very nice to talk to you all. Take care, and see you in the next video.